Ooh, what up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. It's been a minute. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Saad, I am currently looking for something. It's a question I said I'd answer on air, and I've been looking for it for a while now. I think this is it. Let me see. Man. What's good, people? How y'all been? It's been a minute since I've been on air. I can't find this question to save my life. I really can't. I just told the person I'd answer the question on air, and now I can't find it because so many people send me questions. Yeah, that's what I'm looking through right now. I'm actually looking through the website chat right now. There's a question in here from like a few weeks back, and I told him I'd answer it on air, and now I can't find it. It's the weirdest thing. I know I didn't delete it, but it appears to be gone. No, yeah, I guess I can't answer the question after all. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That is just really weird. I know I didn't delete it. Huh. It's strange. Sorry, guys. I was trying to do this in that 5-minute lead up to this, but that is really, really odd that it's missing. How you guys been doing in my absence, man? I apologize, guys. I'm kind of like, I'm off. I think this is it. Wait, is it? Oh no, that's not it. I've been working, guys. I finished another book. I just finished it today. I guess I got the closing the closing chapter to do. I mean, the closing, like in closing, but that's basically done also. But I do want to add a little bit to it. But really, I can now put it in for like formatting for the book format. It'll be an online book. It's not much. It's like 25 pages, just a little write up I did for people specifically, in the social media field. But it was a lot of work, no matter what. You're going to write a book, it's going to be a lot of work. Whatever, I'll deal with some of these questions here. I mean, I don't know if these people want me to deal with these questions online, but I'm just going to. Oh, no, here it is right here. Jeez, it was the top one. Jeez, man, what the heck? All right, sorry, this one's a book. Man, it was like the very top question. I guess they responded and I didn't see it. I thought they didn't respond, but they did. This is a book. This is going to take up a whole show. But if you got questions, go ahead and drop the questions and I'll answer them. This is the Even Phillip Show. We're going to do one today. I don't know if we'll do one tomorrow. I wanted to do two back to back because I've been offline a lot lately, just been working and whatnot. But we will see. We shall see. Because tomorrow I got Blockchain Bros and there's some stuff I want to cover there. So, if we don't do Blockchain Bros, if I don't get Dimitri on with me, then I'll do a show there. So, see, this is how old this is. He says Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Mubarak. I really dropped the ball on this one, because for some reason my chat bot wasn't giving me notifications, so I didn't know so many people were asking me questions. There's a lot of questions on the site. I'm not sure if you accept questions on this platform. Yeah, sure, whatever. If not, please don't. Blah, 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 blah. So I've watched your videos for a few years now. Wow. Okay, dedicated follower. And I really found them helpful as a young woman who was born and raised Muslim entering into marriage market to hear from a man's perspective. So here's my situation. Okay, this is rare that I have female viewers, especially ones that last like a few years. That's pretty impressive for a woman to watch me for years. In a week, I'm getting engaged to a great brother. I can't make sense of that. I guess you're already engaged. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Mr. Red. After 5 months, after 5 months of courting. Oh, she's been courting for 5 months and she's getting engaged. I guess they're making things official. I don't understand that. We don't really have a courtship process in Islam, but whatever. It is what it is. However, about a week ago, my ex popped back up. Let's call him Jay. I put ex in quotations because we never formally ended our courtship. See, there's a problem with courtships. You see, either you get married or you don't get married. This is a big issue already. You know, I mean, generally, you shouldn't. There's no courtship process. Courtship starts after marriage in Islam. This is the problem with courtships. How can you have an ex? You can't have an ex. You were never married, so you don't have an ex. You see what I'm saying? It just conflates and confuses a lot of problems when Muslims start taking on these concepts and these ideas of the non-Muslims that we don't have and we don't share. So she's got an ex that isn't an ex while dealing with a new guy who potentially could become an ex because they've been courting 5 months now. I don't know what's going on here. It's a bit wild, sister. I mean, we don't court. So there's a guy who's interested and you were interested and it didn't work out. He's not an ex because you weren't married. So anyway, after 9 months of courting, that term again, Jay ghosted me without any explanation. So I assumed the relationship was over. Jay reinitiated contact with me and said that he had to put the relationship on pause because I was pushing way too hard. Jay told me when we started talking that he didn't want to rush into a marriage due to the fact that his previous 2 marriages ended quickly because he rushed into them with a lot of doubt in his heart, under the guise that since the women were religious, it would work out in the end. It still doesn't make sense. That reasoning that he's using doesn't make sense. So I had 2 bad marriages, and so now I want to start off my 3rd one by doing something in a haram way. I mean, really, courting, I don't know if we can call that permissible, you know? I mean, when I say haram way, like I said, courting starts after marriage. Rushing wasn't the issue in terms of the problems with the marriage. His previous 2 marriages didn't end because of rushing. They ended because he wasn't prepared as a man, or he was prepared, but he didn't properly vet the women. So when he went into the relationship, the women saw something of him that they didn't like, and then they started congruence testing him, crap testing him. Or 2, he was prepared, but then he went into the marriage, rushed, which is fair enough, and he didn't do proper vetting. Now, vetting isn't something that takes like months and years and weeks. You don't need a bunch of time to do vetting. Vetting is something that can be done, in a matter of, days and weeks, depending on how much access and time you have. So there is no such thing as rushing. You know what I'm saying? Just do due diligence. Make sure you're set up right as a man, mentally, financially, physically. And then you need to check out the woman and make sure she's prepared to enter into the life that you want. So this whole thing with like rushing, this is female talk, really. When we look at like the 21st century, see, already, sister, I'm spotting like a whole bunch of problems with this dude. He's talking like a woman. Oh, you're rushing me, this, that, the other. What guy says you ain't rushing? What guy isn't in a rush to get married? Listen, we're going to talk real here. Strictly Rhymes, I'm going to get to you in a second. Give me a second. But let's talk real here. Guys want to smash. This is just the reality. There's nothing haram about this. I don't know why people act like, and I got a lot of trolls and a lot of haters that come at me about this stuff. But the reality is, guys want to get married and the guys want to smash. This is the real talk. This is just real deal. There's nothing wrong with it. What's wrong with it is if you do it in a haram way. This is what's wrong. But if you want to get married, you want to get your freak on, man, khalas, you want to do that, then alhamdulillah, do it in the proper way. No problem at all. What guy isn't in a hurry to get that done? Why would he not be in a rush? Women are the ones that are not in a rush because women are the ones with the most amount of doubts and fears and anxieties and this and that and second guessing and second thought and that type of stuff. What guy talks like that? A very effeminate guy. So already that he's lost 2 marriages back to back makes sense because he's already talking like an effeminate guy. And I'm not trying to throw, this guy under the bus. Yes, I am. I'm throwing him under the bus. No, I'm throwing him under the bus. Where are you finding this loser? I'm sorry, sister, look, you courted this guy for like 9 months and he just ghosted you. After 9 months, how much more time did he need? 9 years? Sister, you courted the guy 9 months and he felt like you were rushing him. 9 months? How Make that make sense to me. How is that rushing? You should really be talking about getting married after 9 days of constant conversation and talking. What are you talking? What's more to talk about after 9 days, let alone 9 months? 9 days, you constantly talking back and forth. You might as well get married. You might as well get married because you're not supposed to be talking that much to each other. There should be some discussion about marriage, discussions about talking to Walees or whatever else. What are you doing for 9 months? And I feel rushed. Sister, already right there, your BS alarm should be going off. That's a BS excuse. I feel rushed after 9 months. This he's lacking testicular fortitude. He don't want to pull the trigger. He want to be around women, but he don't want to pull the trigger. Or maybe he does want to pull the trigger, but not in the way you and I are talking about in terms of marriage. Maybe he wants to try and buy. And this is what it sounds like to me. He's trying to push you in a try and buy type of experience. And then obviously when he gets to try, the whole why buy the cow when the milk is free comes into play. Let me answer my brother's question here right here. How do you tell your wife that she's getting fat? She needs to stop eating too much. My wife, alhamdulillah, she puts on weight in the right places, but I call her hot dog legs. She ain't ever fat. She don't get fat, but I call her hot dog legs just to mess with her. I be calling her girl turkey leg, hot dog legs. I make jokes about it. I just say it straight up, bro. I don't cut. Be the jerk. Use jerk game. You just use it. Crack mad jokes, and don't be shy about it, man. Woo! Your brother in Islam. I feel like there's such a lack of appropriate material for practicing Muslim women to learn how to be adept at sexually pleasing her husband all around. Any recommendations, bro? You got me on that one. I don't know. I ain't got nothing for you, bro. That's just a growing experience. Y'all got to grow in together. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because the simple fact of the matter is there's a hadith about speaking about bedroom secrets. You know what I mean? So there's a strong impermissibility of it. So I don't think anybody's actually going to publish that work. You know what I mean? Because of the prohibition of speaking about bedroom secrets. So that's just something y'all gonna have to figure out on your own, inshallah. You know, if you like something a certain way, teacher. We won't get into whatever you like and however you like it and how you came to that. But the reality is that's just something y'all gonna have to grow into, because just Islamically, I don't think there's a correct way to talk about that. Wallahu alam. And Allah knows best. Idris. Let's see what Idris is talking about. Bro, I don't know. Yeah, I just can't call it, man. It's crazy stuff. Idris, what you talking about, man? You got a lot going on here, Idris. I had oh, here we go. I recently started practicing Islam properly. I was ignorant for a long time. I've been seeking knowledge as best as I can, but I want to get married. I'm also having difficulty finding work. Okay. That difficulty finding work, I'm not really sure, bro, about that one. I mean, obviously, I don't know your situation or whatever it is, but I mean, I'm a black guy in Germany. German is not my primary language; it's my second language. So that means, I mean, I speak it, but it's not perfect. I am fluent, obviously, reading and writing and speaking, but not like a German. And dude, the people throw work at me. Now, obviously, the environment in Germany is slightly different, probably wherever you're at. But I think if you're a native in your country with the native language, then your advantage is quite strong. I would say just take any and everything you can get, as long as it doesn't wear you out to where you no longer have the mental energy to look for something else, and make you some money and start stacking cash until you can find something else and build an experience, skill set on that part. Moving on to the next part, I have had health issues, family, death, loss, wealth, financial struggles up to this point. So sure, I could get an excuse as to how everything got to each point, but it's not really worth much. No, it's not, because this is something that Allah said in the Quran, that barely you'll be tested with, loss of health, life, wealth, and these types of things. So this is something that everybody experiences. This is just part of life in general. This is not something you're ever going to escape. Everybody has family members that die, close ones, far ones, this, that, the other, friends, family, financial struggles, bro. We all struggle with money at one point or another. Something always hits, something shows up, until you get to that point where you're sort of like in cruise control, alhamdulillah, when it happens. But in general, in the lead up to that, everybody's going to deal with some sort of problems. And even then, don't think that rich people don't have like some sort of like, money, something nagging in the back of their head. It's just in larger numbers than ours. Some advice. It says, I am a da'i right now and I have a bachelor's in psychology and I give free counseling. Aside from that, I'm seeking knowledge. That is all my time. Well, you got a bachelor's in psychology. You need to stop giving out free consultations. Stop giving out free counseling, bro. I have one-on-one consultations. I don't have a psychology degree. I've studied a considerable degree of psychology, but I don't have a degree in it. And I don't do my one-to-one consultations for free. My one-on-one consultations are like over 200 euros for like 45 minutes, bro. Now I make sure I give these people a lot of time. I give them more than what they paid for in terms of the 45 minutes. I follow up on people. One of the biggest problems I have with my consultations is I'll follow up on people and they don't respond. I'm like, what's going on with the situation? Did you follow the steps I gave you? They don't reply, which tells me they didn't follow the steps, unfortunately. So, not everybody does that, but I've had a few people who do that. So if you're good at something, charge for it. That's the first step. You've got a field that in the age of madness, we've got people out here that don't even know what gender they are. They look in their pants, they see their genitalia, and they're confused. And you have a psychology degree. Bro, you got a money press in your head. I don't even know if you need a job in this day and age, bro. You just need to use what you got. I studied, English. You know what I do now? I write books. Been writing books lately. So you got something. You got to use it. Oh man, that internet. I got to figure that out with my internet. The website, man. I've been staying up on the website since my chat bot has not been alerting me. I don't know why it's not been working. You can catch me on Abuamerican.com, and there's a little chat bot pops up. Just drop a message there. Make sure you fill out the form properly with your email and whatnot. And when I respond, you'll get an email with me responding. So let me continue on to the sister's questions, and I'm going to get to you, Abu Future Trunks. Please excuse me. So previous 2 marriages. So she was talking about how the guy didn't want to rush because of previous 2 marriages. And blah, blah, blah. He denied to aspects of being attracted to character and friendship. I don't know what that means. He denied to aspects of being attracted to character and friendships. He wanted to take his time to flesh out the relationship to make sure there was a solid foundation of friendship. It's a guy who wants to be in the friend zone, sister. He wants to be your friend. Sister, the guy is literally asking to be put in a friend zone. Sister, barakallahu feek for watching my channel for so long. But if you don't stop right now, girl, I will find you. And I'll get my wife to slap the niqab off of you if you don't stop. I'll play it. I won't let my wife slap the niqab off you. But are you serious? As you know, in the Muslim community, if 2 people have been talking for more than a week, they basically need to be married and working on their first child. I said it. 9 days. Y'all was talking for 9 months. Y'all should be talking about getting married after 9 days. Y'all talked for 9 months? Let me make sure I read that right. Was it 9 months? Oh, sorry. 5 months of courting. No. After 9 months of courting, Jay ghosted me. You literally said it right here, sister. As you know, in the Muslim community, if 2 people have been talking for more than a week, they basically need to be married and working on the first child. Now, you put the eye roll emoji in here, but like I said, after 9 days, y'all should really be looking to get married. There ain't nothing to talk about after 9 days consistent talking that y'all can't flesh out after you get married. I understood his desire to take it slower than 9 months. Really? And was fully invested. I'll be honest. I was in love with this man. He was everything I wanted in a husband. I was really connected to his personality, character, and Dean. Okay, now, but were you attracted to him? You said everything you wanted, so I take it attraction was there, but you didn't mention attraction. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. I stopped there. You said character and Dean, despite the fact that he wasn't my type physically, on the short side, more lighter skinned is my preference. Uh-huh. See, I noticed the attraction was missing there. I didn't totally read this question, guys. So this is new to me. I smelled that out really quick. Okay. Despite the fact that he wasn't my type physically, on the short side, more lighter skinned for my preference, everything else about him won out, and I wanted him, if you know what I mean. She capitalized wanted. You see, and guys, this goes back to what I said. And this is a beautiful, oh, let me pull this off the screen. And this is a beautiful thing that this sister put this out here, and she's very honest with, about this. She said, I wanted him, if you know what I mean. Guys, stop making the apotheosis of Muslim women. Muslim women, they want to get smashed just like you want to smash. And it's not a problem. Let's stop acting like having sexual desires is a bad thing. It's not. Just do it in a permissible way. So she wanted to get married. She wanted to get smashed permissibly. This is not a problem. This is not an issue. This is not shameful. This is not harmful if it's done permissible, I'm talking about. This is not something that's bad. Now, obviously, you don't want to be walking around the street, hey, I want to get smashed. You don't want to just going around trumpeting it or whatever else. But this is normal behavior. This is normal human behavior, and this is why we have rules about it in Islam. There's no shame about this. The Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, was unashamed and unabashed to talk about it. And there's a reason, because we should be the same way. Just do it the right way. But understand, guys, women have sexual desires also. Not just any woman, all women, including Muslim ones. So it's good that she put this here so guys can get an idea that when a woman is in love with a guy, she wants to close the deal just like the guy does. I feel like in the Muslim community, we severely downplay the necessity of sexual attraction, especially for women. Well, yeah, sister, I talk about this a lot. And guys are out here, they're absolutely terrified of the idea that, the woman they're going to marry, the Muslim they're going to marry, has sexual desires. For some reason, guys absolutely freak out about that and that concept and that idea. And I don't know why. They act like if it's a bad thing, like it's shameful, like if there's something wrong with the woman, it's completely mind-boggling the way that Muslim men behave in regards to Muslim women's sexuality. Now, obviously, we're Muslims. We don't just go out here trumpeting our sexuality like they do in the non-Muslim world. But you're a damnable fool. You're a complete freaking idiot if you believe that Muslim women don't have sexual desires. If you believe that the men come to the women and they're just like, I want you. And then you're the only one with the I want you, mentality going on inside of your head. No, Muslim women want it too. They hide it better because there's more at stake here. Because guys are out here making the apotheosis. If you don't know what apotheosis means, that means making a human or something into an angelic being. They're not angels. They're human beings with sexual desires. Why do you think there's so many kids on the planet? If women didn't want to have sex, you know what they wouldn't do? They wouldn't have sex. All those kids and all these people, 7 billion of them, they didn't come from rape, dudes. Came because a woman wanted to get down with a guy and then they ended up having a kid. So yeah, sister, I agree with you. In the Muslim community, there's a huge problem and there's a huge disconnect with people understanding that Muslim women do have sexual desires. Why that is, I call it that whole goofy culture. It's just a goofy culture thing. People get mad at me, for being Abuamerican and talking about this. But the reality is goofy culture. And then that goofy culture leads to more problems because now when there's no real understanding that, young men and young women need to get married, not just young women and young men, but just people need to get married. What are you talking about? There's something wrong with you for liking women. There's something wrong with you for liking men. Yeah. The next thing you know, everybody's talking about zina and fornication in the community. Oh, for shame. No, for shame on you. You made it difficult for them to actually express the need and the desire to go out and get married and do it in the proper way. You made it difficult physically to go out and do it in the proper way because maybe, this Bengali sister likes that Somali brother, or that Somali sister likes that American brother, or whatever. Mix it up. And then your goofy culture made that haram. That's where all that stems from, sister. It's culture. And all those cultures, I'm going to cuss now. And I know I shouldn't, but all those cultures are shit. Pure shite. I will say it. If you got that goofy culture, it's shite. It's a better word, but you know what I mean. It sucks. It sucks dirty butthole. That's what it sucks. And it causes a lot of problems in the Muslim community. And you know what? If you people would ditch your stupid donkey butt cultures, then Abuamerican wouldn't exist. I wouldn't need to exist. Yeah. Just make me want to brush my teeth talking about your freaking disgusting cultures. It's a Muslim. It comes from Islam, our culture. No, it doesn't. Because if it did, we wouldn't have problems like we have. Wankers. Anyway, you make me mad. Come back on air mad. My biggest issue is during the courtship is that I wanted more time and attention and wanted to get married more quickly. I knew after 2 months that I wanted to get married to him. Jay told me that being pushed was a massive turn off and it made him shut me out. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it, sister. That should be a massive red flag. I mean, I understand sisters fall in love, women in general. I'm just, in this case, I'm saying sisters, but sisters, they fall in love faster than men do. But, you know, that should be a red flag if the guy doesn't want to close the deal. Why would he not want to get married? Why is he talking to you? Me personally, I don't talk to a woman without the intention to get married. There's just no reason for me to talk to a woman. What am I going to talk to her about? Jiu-jitsu, cars, and crypto? What am I going to talk to a woman about? What's she going to talk to me about? Periods and cooking and whatever women talk about? Honest tea talk? What the frick am I going to talk to a woman about if I'm not married to her? Honest question, sister. It blows my mind. I have no idea why I need to talk to a sister that I'm not interested in marrying to. A woman I'm not interested in marrying. It literally blows my mind. And then for 9 months? I want to be your friend. For what? You got a hoo-ha. I can't be your friend. You got BJJ and Tatas. What are we going to be talking about? What are we going to be friends based upon? This whole I want to be your friend first stuff. Since when can guys and girls be friends? Okay, be my friend. You can be my friends with benefit after we get married. We can talk about. I can act like I'm interested in talking about your flower decorations you want to put in the corner. Remember, I said act like it. When we get married, okay? You can act like and smile. You're interested in me talking about like a new turbo for the BMW or whatever. But before then, really, what are we just gonna just? I can only stutter. I don't have words. And as a Muslim, sorry, I'm getting worked up here. I just can't make sense of it. I really can't. I can't make sense of it. Girls and guys can be friends. No, we can't. Excuse me. I'm a future Trunks. I said I'd get back to you. I should roll on others mention that being mysterious makes women attracted. I think you said something similar. Does this include not telling your wife potential what you're doing 24/7? Yeah, they don't need to know what you're doing 24/7. For what? I'm going out. Where are you going? Why? What's she need to know for? You gonna make me a better plan? You tell me how to get there? They don't need to know everything. Don't go out doing dirt. Don't be suspicious about it. It's just like, I'm going out, mom. Okay? Just make it a joke or whatever else, but she doesn't need to know everything you do. For what? I've also seen Roland and others mention that being mysterious makes women attractive. What? Oh, could you elaborate on this? If you get married, doesn't the mystery disappear? No, not necessarily. It could disappear if you just make it too simple and too easy. You just get all relaxed, you know. then yeah, the mystery can disappear. But that's on you for falling for the whole I gotta put my live location on my WhatsApp so she knows where I'm at, what I'm doing type of behavior. I mean, I hope nobody does that, but that's how a lot of guys act. Oh, I'm at the store now. No, I'm in aisle 4. I remember a time. And this is the time when marriages were better. Remember this: marriages were better back in these times when people didn't have cell phones. And guess what? My dad was of that generation. My dad would go out of the house in the morning. We wouldn't see him till even. He wouldn't call. He wouldn't come home for lunch. Whatever else. That guy was gone for like 10 plus hours a day, every day. Marriage lasted a long time. As they say, distance makes fondness grow. You don't need to be constantly in contact with your partner 24/7. For what? Our parents did just fine without cell phones. It was perfectly fine. You don't need to know everything every single dang moment. She don't need to know every dang thing. Where you at every 2 seconds, no. Possibly, but I'd probably do something like that in video format. Writing a book is actually, I find it very arduous, writing books. And that's the only reason why I do it, because it's like something I find difficult. I enjoy writing and I do it very well, but I find it mentally just it really drains me. That's why I didn't do shows the past 4 days in a row. It literally drains me mentally. And then I literally, if you could ask my wife, she would tell you, I literally just go from typing to like conked out, dead tired. And I'm like, all right, I told her like 2 days in a row. I told her Thursday and Friday, yeah, I'm gonna do some writing and then I'm gonna do a live show. Here we are on Saturday. I missed both of those shows because I was writing, but I finished the book today, alhamdulillah. But that stuff wears me out, bro. That's the only reason why I do it. So I don't know about a book about it, but I might do like a video series or something. I have a book. Hold on, it's on my desktop. I have a book I started actually, and it is right now. How many pages? Let me look. Ooh, wow. It's a lot longer than I thought it was. It is 64 pages. So yeah, I actually started already. But I want to do it like more video type stuff. There's too much information to cover to like actually writing a book. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you. Your work's very helpful. If you could make videos on how to deal with women fairly and polygyny. Okay, my video going on crazy there again. I do have the polygynous household video. Part 2 will be coming out probably before my next book. I have a children's book I need to finish. That book is like maybe 4 or 5 pages away from being finished. So I will probably do part 2 of the polygynous household first, because that video is actually recorded already. I just need to do it in quality. It needs to be redone in proper quality, video, because it does have a price tag to it, and so it's not just something I can do like a live show here. It has to be something that has quality, has editing, has like chapter head sections and all this type of stuff. So that part 2 will be coming out soon, inshallah. You can check it out on my website, inshallah. But really, you need to, for the issues of like technicalities of the whatchamacallit, polygyny, we have the Sunnah, bro. I mean, so we got the Book of Allah and the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we have that for. So I refer back to that first. And if there's some sort of like how Abuamerican does it in 21st century type of thing, then pick up the polygyny, the polygyny guide. The guy. I mean, excuse me, the polygynous household, video that I put out. Part 2 will be coming out soon, like I said, inshallah. Very soon, inshallah. I just need to re-record it in quality. What is bad is being extreme in culture, but not culture itself. Well, the problem is most people are extreme in their cultures. Look at how much in the cultures, in these quote unquote Islamic cultures, that the people have made haram, which is halal. Try and get a Bengali to allow their daughter or their son to marry somebody who's not Bengali. Show it to me. And just because you can bring me 1 or 2 cases, we know that would be the exception and not the norm. They literally make it haram. It's almost like it's haram. And we have this not only in the Bengali community, but it is the most extreme in the Bengali community. That's why I'm not singling them out, but I kind of am. I mean, but not, in the intention of like pointing the finger at them and beating them over the head. But it's just the most extreme in their culture. But we see this from the Somalis. We see this from the Arabs. We see this from this one. We see this from that one. We see it from the Pakistanis. We see it from, the Indians. We see it from everybody. So most of the time, that goofy culture, and I call it goofy culture because it is an extreme. And that extreme is so widespread and so common that you just look at it and you're like, what are you people doing? And so it's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just calling it as I see it. These people are out here creating a whole new religion based off of their culture. I find almost all culture to be extreme at this point, because if you're not willing to acquiesce your culture for the religion, that's extreme in my humble estimation. I have been married to several Somali women. I would have to disagree with you. As an outsider that came in to the culture multiple times, I would have to disagree with you. Although Somalis seem to be the most flexible in terms of like letting stuff go, but it exists. Yes, the carnivore diet is awesome. Assalamu alaikum. What is your opinion on being non-clinging and detached from a potential spouse to facilitate burning desire? It's a necessity. You can't be clingy. Clingy is needy, and needy is a massive attraction killer for women. You got to be the airport, bro. Any advice on trying to get married when you're pretty short, around 5'5", especially when most women prefer much taller dudes like 6 foot? I mean, you got to be the airport, bro. You got to have that confidence and the capability and the capacity of the airport. When I say the airport, it means like you're the freaking man. Everybody knows who the airport is, right? So you got to have that confidence. Like, I'm the airport. Everybody know who I am. What you talking about? You got to be the man. You just have to be the man. But being short is not really a hindrance. It's more like you're worried about it and you're conscious about it, and so then it becomes an issue that like somehow expresses itself, and a woman can pick up on that. I mean, obviously women do have their physical preferences. That's true. Let me not belittle the topic. No pun intended with saying belittle the topic, but it's not something that can't be overcome either. But it's hard for me to talk on this one because I'm not a short guy, so it's not an issue I've ever had to deal with. So it'd be hard for me to speak on it. I do have a homie who recently got married. He's a short guy, and it worked out for him. I think his wife is like as tall as him or slightly taller than him. He's in his 30s. His wife is 18. So let me keep on going. With the sister, and then I'll get to more questions. As you can imagine, when he ghosted, I was completely distraught. I decided to keep it pushing and met a new brother. Brother A, rather quickly. So she met this guy rather quickly. A is incredibly kind and sweet, and more importantly, shows me the kind of attention I craved. I could see myself having a very happy life with him. There are aspects about him that I wish were different, more advanced in his career, more financially stable, weighed a little less, but I'm willing to grow with a man, and I don't need him to be perfect in order to marry him. Now see, look guys, remember what I've been telling you all this time. Get your money right, get your body right, you know what I'm saying? Get your mind right. What's she talking about? This guy ain't where he's at, but she sees potential in him. So she's marrying this. She's interested in marrying this guy with potential. But I've been telling you already, be that guy. I've been telling you guys from the start, be that guy. Know what she's saying? He ain't that guy, but I'll take him. She ain't really got to do that. Just be that guy, and she'll be mad in love. Look at her. She said craving. She says he gave me the attention I was craving. Now imagine if he was that guy and he gave her attention. You think she wouldn't tie his shoes? You think he would be one of those guys on Abuamerican's channel talking about I can't get my wife to wear hijab or niqab? No, he wouldn't, because he'd be that guy. She'd do whatever it takes to be with that guy. She's already saying it. I want that guy. I crave this guy's attention. But he ain't got his money right. He's physically not where I want him to be. Why not? Just to tell that guy, watch my channel. We'll get him straightened out. A made his intentions rather quickly. Alhamdulillah. So this brother A, he knows what's up. He's like, all right, I want to get married. Boom. He ain't playing around. He's in it to win it. He's trying to get the job done. Mashallah. Big ups to him. And wanted to marry me after about 1 month. My man. I like this dude A. I like this dude A. He may not have his money right. He may not have his body right. But my man A, he got that masculinity on lock. He's like, look, I got this girl up here. It's been a month. What we talking for? What do we want to court for? Let's get married. It's only a month. No, it's been a month. It's not just only a month. It's a month. It's 30 days. Girl, that's a whole dang paycheck. I get paid monthly. Let's do it. Good guy. Do I love him? No. I definitely have very strong feeling for him, though. This doesn't deter me, but see, this is the thing. Strong feelings. That's all you need to work. If you can trigger strong feelings in a woman, that's all you need. She don't have to love you, but if you can keep her feelings going, that's good. This doesn't deter me, as I recognize that I've never been married before or in any kind of physical relationship and never experienced the full extent of love. Alhamdulillah, may Allah maintain that for you. May you, until you're married. I mean, love comes in stages and with mercy of Allah. So Allah puts the barakah on a marriage and love between the couple. So A is definitely in love with me, though. All right, A loses a point to my book for that one, but okay, fine. He's still better than Jay. I'm not sexually attracted to A. Yeesh. Yeesh. It just wasn't as instant as with Jay. That's unfortunate. Put it this way. Every time when me and Jay used to talk on the phone, and the first time we talked again after he ghosted, my insides would do backflips. The hoo-ha got them butterflies in it. See, guys, this is why you got to get your stuff together. Jay is doing, I don't know what Jay's doing, but he's doing something. The only thing his biggest downfall was he's a little light-skinned. Now imagine A get his stuff together. She'd have the butterflies in her, her hijab would be getting wet whenever she talks to the phone whenever she talks on the phone with him too. That's the guy you want to be. When I talked to A, it took a while to develop similar feelings for him, but it's still not as intense. Well, first off, but let's just be real. Let's come back. Let's rewind this all here. Now, we're talking about some basic human biology here, but sister, at the end of the day, this goes back to the importance of, not courting. Get married. Jay waited 9 months. It's too soon. Well, obviously he didn't, his pants wasn't doing backflips like your uterus was doing backflips for him. Obviously, because if they were, he'd want to get married in the same way that you wanted to get married. So obviously there's a disconnect in terms of the attraction here. Because when a man is attracted to the woman, if he's honest with himself, he's trying to lay down law, okay? We ain't talking about the justice system here. So we should really look at that, sister. Now, obviously, A wants to close the deal. He finds you attractive. But now all of a sudden you don't find him attractive. Why? Because he has a higher sense, and we just talked about this here, a higher sense of need. So his neediness is higher. This is unattractive to you. Jay, he's more like, this distance thing. We're talking about this right here. This question right here. When he backs off, you advance. This is push-pull. What they call in the game world push-pull. You push at the right time, you pull back at the right time. Just like fishing, Sometimes you let her swim, other times you pull her in. You know what I mean? So Jay had that going on with you. A, he just all pull. What happens? I don't know if you've ever been fishing, sister. I'm from Texas. When you pull and pull, the fish pulls and pulls. But sometimes you let the fish run so he gets tired because he's swimming in a panic, high speed. Then when he starts to slow down, you reel him back in. When he starts fighting too much, let him swim again until he gets tired. You reel him back in. Same thing with women. So A is just pulling. And so obviously you're going to resist. Now, do you know you're doing this? No. But that's why game works, because women generally, you can tell them game and they still won't know that it's working because they go, "Oh, it happened to me," and it always happens to them. Whoa! This dude's still alive? Allahu Akbar, brother Hodges, what's good, man? You sent this guy audio like once. This guy just disappeared on me, man. I thought I was gonna have to send out the squad to find my man. I was like, yo, where you at? I'm gonna be in your state, inshallah, this year. My niggas, we gotta link up. I'm gonna be in your state. I ain't been to the US in 31.5 years. So you gotta meet me, bro. Cause I'm gonna be in your state. How you not gonna meet me? My man, I'm glad to see you too, bro. Mashallah. I'm gonna hit you up on WhatsApp. Back to England when, Abuamerican? When these dudes stop acting all crazy with this coronavirus stuff? It's still a red zone. Apparently. Okay, let me go down here, try and find another question. We can continue with the sister's very long message here. Okay, what we got here? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran for the vetting guide. It's been making me look at my marriage and women in a whole new way. Jazakallah khair. Man, mashallah. People think it's overpriced, but bro, I really put a lot of work into that thing, man. People don't realize like how much experience on like, stuff I put into that. If you read that somewhere else, I'd be amazed. That is some top-notch original content right there that you will not see anywhere else. But alhamdulillah, I'm glad you liked it, bro. I've not had a single complaint about it. I think I've had like one guy complain that he complained about some of the photos I used. But other than that, I haven't a single complaint about it. And I've sold a lot of those. Mashallah. Allahumma barak feek. Assalamu alaikum, bro. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. Mashallah. Barakallah feek. Good stuff, man. We should collaborate sometime. Hit me up. We'll do like a whole come on my channel, you come on my channel type thing. Inshallah. We get you some viewerships over there. Inshallah. I don't understand the question, SNA. If a sister's past is really messed up and is changed, would you just leave them? I don't really understand what you mean. Like if I met a sister who had a bad past but she changed, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really mess with them, I mean, that stuff is like, man, that's like baggage, bro. Human baggage, emotional baggage, psychological baggage is real. And that's not something that you can just like, walk away from. That's a part of you. Your experiences make who you are. Yes, it can improve you, but let there be no question. There's baggage attached. Dude, I'm very good. I love my wives. I take good care of them as best as I can. But let there be no question. All those marriages I had, there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. And a lot of these women that had nothing to do with that, they got to deal with it in terms of my limitations that I accept from women now. As before, where I had a playroom where I'd allow a woman a lot of space to play around and like just be goofy, it doesn't exist anymore. And that might not, Allahu Alam, that might not necessarily be fair. But now I have very set, but my life is happy. And I'm not going to be miserable and make myself miserable. And thus in turn make everybody in my household miserable by being miserable, by allowing that. And so they have less playroom that I would have given women in the past. So, I mean, in a sense, it's good for everybody, but it is a type of baggage because women need a little bit of playroom. But me, I'm just like, yo, look here, son. Well, it'd be kind of awkward to call her daughter. I'm just not like, I'm just not taking a lot of crap these days. So in a sense, although it's an improvement, it is a type of baggage at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So just going over this sister's question. We're gonna get into more of a question here. She got one long question, and I'm gonna get into everybody else's questions here. Allahu Akbar, sister, dang, you wrote a whole novel. When Jay popped back up, we finally talked, and I got the closure that I needed, and finally felt emotionally ready to move on. But he wants to get back together. I should have just cut it right off then and there, but admittedly, I'm still in love with him and decided to let him try. Okay, sister, I retract my statement from earlier. I will find you and I will allow my wife to slap the niqab off of you. we'll make sure she slaps the niqab off you in private so nobody sees your face, myself included. But you will get slapped. What's wrong with you, sister? Are you serious right now? The guy ditched you after 9 months saying it was too fast. Then he pops back up after ghosting you. You've been courting this other guy. You said like 5 months, something like this. You want to get married after a month? That means in total, this guy's been gone for like forever. But you want to give him a chance, huh? So he can ghost you again? Because we don't learn from our first time, right? When we get bit by the snake and then we reach back into the hole. So he can bite us again because maybe he won't bite us on the fingertip this time. Maybe he'll bite me in the wrist. All right. My fear is that if I decide to do this, I will be one, breaking A's heart. I honestly think that this man may jump off a bridge if I leave him. I just stopped liking A. You made me like the guy. You got this big build up. I liked him. Now you got me disliking the guy now. 2, setting a standard that I accept certain kind of treatment from Jay. Now, when we disagree, that is the proper way to handle things instead of communication. And 3, taking a massive risk. We'll be getting back together to continue courting, not get married or even get engaged. Sister, you know I know Kung Fu, right? I will kick you in the head, man. What is wrong with you? I'm not going to kick you in the head, but sister. Fooey. Sister. What? You know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get back with Jay. You're going to lose A, and then you're going to lose J too. And then you're not going to have nothing. This is how sisters end up like 45, never married, and virgins. Watch. That's what's going to happen. This is why when my wife goes shopping, I like walk right behind her and just like look over her shoulder like, so she's like, so she has to decide. So she's just like, oh, let me just grab this rice right here. Instead of looking at the long grain rice, the short rice, jasmine basmati rice. Oh, long grain, short grain basmati. Oh, wait, they got it in brown rice now too. This is why I stay on her back. Because y'all just come, oh, I don't know what to do. Grab the rice right now, woman. Just grab one. Grab it. And she, oh, okay. And she just grabs the rice. Okay? It's the same thing. What's wrong with you, sister? Sister? Barakallah, if you can watch my channel for several years now. But you're starting to make me think your mom dropped you as a baby. I talk to brothers just like this. I'm not insulting you. I'm just playing around. I'm trying to keep this light here. But did your mom drop you as a baby? Allahu Aqbar. We would be getting back together to continue courting for another 9 months, probably. Not getting married or even engaged. What if after all that we don't even get married? You see, your intuition is speaking logic to you, but you don't like it. But your intuition's right, sister. This is the time you listen to logic and reason and not your feels, nor the hoo-ha butterflies, okay? Listen to the logic. Shut off the hoo-ha butterflies. Shut off the feelings. Listen to the logic that's based in intuition, or the intuition based in logic. Just stop. This is why you need a man handling this for you right now and not out doing it yourself. Then I would have lost a really good guy. You're going to lose a really good guy, and you're not going to get married to this other guy either. Phoenix Knight. Hold on, let me go down here and find Phoenix Knight. Phoenix Knight with the $10 or I guess Australian dollar super chat. Barakallahu feek. Jazakallah khair. You keep the channel going. I have my own home with my first wife, but cannot afford a new home for a second wife, and living in one house isn't an option. What should I do? I'm still building up my wealth in the West. You're gonna have to wait then, bro. Really, there's really no other option. You either get your first wife to accept, and she doesn't have to understand that. She doesn't have to accept that you're gonna have multiple wives in the same house. That you're gonna take another wife is fine. That's your right. You can just do that. But she doesn't have to accept that she shares a household with one. So if you can't convince her to do that, if you can't get her on board with that, then you're gonna have to wait, bro, until you can afford another place. There's really no other option for you. You're gonna have to find a way to like rapidly increase your income, get her on board with under one roof, or no, that's it. That's it, bro. I can't think of another way to do it. I really can't. You got to convince your first wife somehow to like, accept that another woman's coming into the whole house, or you got to increase your money. So it looks like right now you're stuck in a position where you have to increase your cash flow. I really can't think of any other way to do it, bro. Or you know what? Okay, wait, no, there is another way. Now, what's it called? Oh, there's a term for it. The ulama don't recommend it, but it is permissible. I think it's makruh. I think it's called Messiah marriage. It's not the temporary marriage. It's the marriage where the woman forgoes her rights. So like there's women, they're in a very, very good career position. They got good money, they got a good life, they take care of themselves, and they don't really want like a guy around all the time because they feel like they're going to be controlled and put under command and order. And so what they want is they want a friend with benefits. They want a halal, Messiah. They want a halal smash out. You can find a sister like that. There's actually in London an entire agency that sets these up between those like, them heavy hitting, high earning sisters out there, where they just want a guy to come by, bust their back out and then just go away. You can find one of those. That's an option right there. I was looking for this in London. I met a sister who was like a barrister, but it just didn't work out because she had crazy ideas. So yeah, that's an option right there. Inshallah. Barakallah for the for the super chat. I know, Bob, but it is what it is, man. Let me go back up here. Where was I? Okay, so anyway, let me. It is not in paperback. It's PDF and EPUB. So let me see. So the sister goes on, now that we're coming to the close of her conversation. I feel like the answer is obvious. Stay with A. Again, we're coming back, sister. This is where you need to listen to your logic-based intuition. Sticking with A is the best bet. But sister, and this is something that a lot of sisters have a hard time with. They tend to either walk away from a guy or they marry a guy and they don't tell him what they really want. Express to the brother clearly, if he's in love with you in the way he says he is, where the way you think he is, to the point that he jump off a bridge if you were to leave him, tell him, I'd really like it if you got in shape. You know what he's going to do? He's going to go get in shape. Is it for the right reason? No, he should be doing it for himself. But he'll probably go get in shape and fall in love with it. Most guys do. Tell him, I wish you were more industrious in terms of your money. You know what he'll try and do? He'll probably try and find a way to make more money. And there's no problem with expressing your desires and your wants to the guys. Y'all sisters got no problem telling guys, sign this marriage contract. You can't take a second wife. But then you don't want to, when it comes down to losing weight or something like this, y'all are silent. Make it make sense to me, sister. Go on and tell him. Say, I want you to lose weight. And I want this, and I want that, and I want that. If it came down to like a second wife in the marriage contract, y'all real rapid at the tongue and the fingers, writing that stuff down and yelling and hollering about you ain't accepting a second wife. But then the guy is slightly off of what you want. You won't tell him what he needs to fix. I'm just going to walk away and just go find somebody else. You're saying this guy's close to perfect. Well, then give him that little push. And hopefully he responds. Tell him before you get married. In the same way that you tell him, no second wife in the marriage contract. Y'all weird like that sometimes, sister. I don't know what y'all on. Y'all on a special kind of crazy sometimes. You see, and then they say, Americans hard on sisters. Because y'all just don't make no sense. Y'all don't make sense. Wallahi, Majnoon, Shwaya Majnoon. Y'all are a little crazy. Let's say about 80%. So that means you're a little bit sane. But sister, just talk to the brother about the stuff that you find unattractive. Just say, hey, I like this. I like you, but it'd be better if you did this and you did that. Instead of just throwing caution to the wind, is that the right term? And then just jumping off with Jay, who's proven, who's shown what he's all about. You know what that guy's on. You know what the other guy's on. He's talking about he want to get married after a month. This guy just talking about 9 months is too long. Where, sister, help me understand where the contradiction or the problem is. You stress me out, girl. Woosah. So I feel like the answer is obvious, stay with A, but something inside me wants to work out with J. I feel like giving Jay another shot would be an immature and irresponsible decision. Sister, you answering, I don't even know why you're answering me the question here, sister, because you know what's going on here. It's like, obviously, you're correct. I guess you just need me to tell you that would be irresponsible and immature. Yes, sister, it would be irresponsible and immature. But then we do say that women are the most responsible teenagers in the house. Now, if you don't want men saying stuff like that about women, then don't do stupid stuff like get back with Jay. Because if you do that, then you automatically justify guys like Abuamerican saying women are the most mature teenagers in the house and that y'all are goofy. I'm just saying. You do it. No complaints about what I say. She's going to do it, guys. This isn't a Disney movie. No, it's real life. I can't just follow my heart and magically things will work out in the end. Sister, you know what's up. Mashallah. Please let me know if I'm just being naive and getting played by this man. Any advice will help. Yeah, you're naive and you're getting played by the man, sister. That's the end of the question, guys. So I'm going to get back into the questions in the chat here. Sister, look. I joke and I play around a lot and I make a lot of boisterous, flamboyant statements and whatever else. But the reality is this guy, I don't know what he's up to, but it's nothing good. He's going to stick around for 9 months, just hang around and chat with you, talking about he wants to be your friend and all this type of stuff. Why couldn't you do that when you're married? Let me ask you, sister, what would be different other than you two would be having halal sex that can be done in 9 months? You can chat, you can chill, you can talk, whatever else, and y'all can get your halal smash out. Where's the rush? You can do all that stuff. I just don't understand it. Sister, help me make sense. It just literally, my mind gets blown here because I can't make sense out of it. The purpose and the point of talking to a woman or a man for 9 months. Get married. Have sex and talk. After sex talk is when the man talks the best because his mind is just like, and you start talking, you know what? He's willing to talk if he doesn't fall asleep. It's the best time. It's the best conversation you're going to have with the man ever. What? Get married. He ain't serious, sister. He ain't serious. Whatever he is, he's not serious. Because after 9 months, there should be no doubt in his mind whether or not he wants to marry you. A guy figures out if he wants to marry you or not in like a matter of days, if not hours. Guys are very uncomplicated. And if they're complicated, then he got raised by his mama. Okay? He got too many girl attributes. This is sister. The guy, whatever he's up to is nothing good. He should have very clear, direct intentions in regards to you. Now I'm interested, or excuse me, no, I'm not interested. Yes, I am interested. No, I think you're ugly and you're overweight, and I'm not interested in ugly, overweight girls. Obviously, he's not going to tell you that, but he's going to ghost you if that's how he feels and thinks about you. And if he thinks you're attractive and you're not a jerk, he's going to try and get married because he's looking to get married. That's just really no joke. A guy who's in touch and in tune with his masculine frame, that's what he's going to be like. I can deal with this girl. She's attractive. She's not a jerk. Yeah, I can marry her. She's all right. She's nice, but I'm trying to have kids. And if I need Viagra every time I got to touch her and I'm a healthy man, this ain't going to work. I'm not interested. There's really not a lot else that should be going through the head of a man because what he's going to take care of everything financially, physically, this, that, the other. Everything else is all on him anyway. What else is there for him to think about? That takes 9 months? It's a whole freaking kid, sister. That's a whole kid. You can have a whole kid in 9 months. You better ditch that dude. You marry that guy, Jay, I forbid you from watching my channel. If you're not even gonna marry him, you're gonna court him. If you court Jay again, just block yourself on my channel. Sister, don't mess with that guy. Even if you don't like A, find somebody else. You're a woman. It's the age of thirst. You can throw a rock and hit 9 thirsty dudes that'll try and marry you tomorrow. You don't. But Jay, he's a loser. I'm talking about infertility, and bisexual past. Would you not consider them even if they head over heels for you and have changed completely? Allahu Ta'ala. I mean, I have 9 kids. So infertility is an issue that I'm not really worried about. But I think there's something about the sunnah about, marrying infertile women. Someone would have to help me out, but I'm pretty sure there's a hadith about this. And bisexual. I mean, bro, how would you even know this stuff? You know what I mean? How would you know this? She just admitted. I'd probably walk away just because she admitted it to me. I mean, I don't know how else I'd know this stuff. She just came, well, talking about, I was bisexual and I'm infertile. Just wait for me. I would find that unattractive personally. Personally, I would find that unattractive if she told me that type of stuff. If I find out after some years, I'd be like, okay, you just a freak. All right, you nasty freak. You nasty freak. Then I could joke about it after a few years. But in the beginning, you just like out here blabbing all this stuff. We ain't even married. You tell me all this stuff. Bro, that's a massive red flag. That's someone who has no sense of like boundaries or limits in terms of what they start talking about. If they're going to tell you this stuff as a potential, what are they telling other people after you get married? Because they have no sense of boundaries on what they tell people. Let me tell you something. This is not the stuff you start off with when you're getting married. Yeah, I used to be bisexual. I'm infertile. Possibly infertile because of sexually transmitted diseases. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm just saying. It's probably not. Yeah, I probably wouldn't. That's me out of my life experience. I probably mess with that. That's me. Is language barrier in a marriage a big deal? You'd have to elaborate on what you mean by language barrier. Like, like different languages? It can be, but not significant. Not significant. I married women who were very, dodgy. Like, I married this girl. She grew up in the Khalij. And I was out like coming home from work. And I stopped in the store and I sent her a message because, I was like, do you need anything for tonight? Like for cooking. And she said, yeah, give me some chankum. I was like, chankum? Yeah. And I was like, texting us, chankum, what's chankum? And she's like, this stuff that, I always have in my mouth. She's saying chewing gum. I had to call her. I was like, what are you talking about? She said chankum. She spelled out chankum. I'm like, the frick? But so I guess communication could be an issue like that. If you're spelling chewing gum as chankum, I would have never figured it out on my own. That could be an issue. But in terms of like this other type of stuff, no. No, I don't see, if there's an actual attraction there, then no. I mean, I've been married to women, yeah, they spoke Amharic and like spatterings of English. And it's like, literally like spatterings, but the attraction was there and that's all it took, because generally humans unite on more physical than they do on, intellectual. This whole like, sapiosexual, attracted to intelligence, all that stuff. This is just some goofy crap that people come up with to this day to like, try and justify their sexual desires as if they're bad, and they're not. I found the person attractive and I wanted them to put a kid in me. And the guy's like, I found her attractive and I want to put a kid in her. But now because, they're like, well, why so fast? Why? Because of attraction. But because they need to justify this in front of other people, they say, "Oh, I'm sapiosexual. I'm this, I'm that, and I find that attractive." No, it's just a bunch of goofy stuff that people come up with, to justify their sexual desires and attraction to other people. And communication is not really huge in that type of thing. Sorry. Oh, all my questions are gone. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna have to open this up in the YouTube channel, guys. I guess I accidentally popped out of the studio and I lost all the questions. Let me go over to the YouTube channel because I saw someone put up super chat. So give me a second. That was awkward. Popped out of the studio. Okay, so let me go down here. Okay, so we have Phoenix Knight with a $5 super chat. Barakallahu feet. He says, "I'm 33 and I want more children. I want a younger second wife, but I hate immature girls. I lack patience for them. What age should I target?" Well, if you're going to get a younger woman, you're going to have to deal with an immature woman. Younger women are generally immature. I mean, that's just something I've come to realize. I mean, I have a lot of younger women coming at me lately. I'm like in my late 40s going on 50, and you'd be surprised, early 20s. I'm talking like 20 to 24. I have a lot of girls. I just matched with a girl today, 20 years old. 20 years old. She's younger than my daughter. This is pretty common, actually, but they're immature. This is just something I have to deal with. The maturity and all of that is yours anyway, because the only thing that changes when they get older is their immaturity is masked behind some sort of like sophisticated type of craziness. But when you look at their behavior, really it's just fundamentally the same, whether they're older or they're younger. It's all emotional based. But when they're younger, it's just less like it's less masked. So there's no way around it, bro. If you want to get a younger woman, you're just gonna have to deal with less masked and less decorated emotional madness. But if you want kids, they're the best to go for. I mean, you just look at them like, you watch her walk across the room, they get pregnant, bro. I mean, them younger women, they just fertile like that. And that's just biology, So it is what it is. Barakallahu feet for the super chat. So let me go back up here, go back up and see if I can get some of these questions that I missed. Because I popped out of studio on accident. Phantom Zone says, "Fellas, just go to Morocco and buy a sister a Twix or a Snickers and you'll be good to go." Mashallah. Yeah. What's the best protein powder you can provide? So from Black Cat. Actually, I don't really use a whole lot of protein powder. I talked about some protein powder on my channel here recently. I'm just trying it. It's actually vegan protein powder. The split pea is actually pretty good. The only reason why I'm using vegan protein powder, and I talk about this, is because I eat a lot of protein already. Like today I had steak, so I already take a lot of like natural protein in. So I decided to give it a try because they say it's anti-inflammatory, just because of that, But I use split pea protein and I use hemp protein because neither of them have any sort of lecithin in it, which is soy based. And the only thing you should know about it is that the hemp protein is very, very fibrous. It causes gas like crazy, dude. Dude, you could power a small nation with the gas that you end up with. So, just understand that about that. It's probably something you want to take when you're alone. Abu Future Trunks with the heavy hitting questions. If she's bisexual, would you be happy if she had female friends? You can't put your wife around men or women. She just got to be a loner in the house. You got to lock her up. Muslim says, like if you have a common language that you speak moderately, but not very well. Well, I just go back to what I was saying earlier about attraction and whatnot. I don't really think it plays a big role. I mean, as long as everybody's ready to play the role in a marriage, I don't think like communication is a really big thing, because this goes back to what I was saying earlier when I was talking to the sister about like talking and whatnot. Really, there's not a whole lot that men and women have in common that they talk about. They're really not. What do you guys interested in like jet planes and cars and whatever else? You really gonna sit there and talk to him about all this type of stuff? You'll probably act interested, and he'll act interested in what you're talking about. But it's all acting. Really, that's what you got girlfriends for, and that's what you got homies for. It's not that I'm saying that you can't talk to your partner. That's not what I mean. But it's just like, Y'all have different conversations. You know, you got families and whatnot, you know, and you're trying to build families and plans and whatnot. These type of things you talk about with your people, you know. But really, again, if everybody knows their role and you see that you guys got a direction, he sees that you're focused and what you're supposed to be doing, y'all grow into communication. You know, you can like learn after a little bit. Let me see if I've caught up on the comments here. Yeah, here we go. Now we've caught up. Okay. When I'm courting my potential, should I be flirty? Because I'm kinda a player, and I just want to tell her that I want what I want, and she tells me what she wants, and we get to business. I'm currently 18, working in IT. Nah, you probably shouldn't be flirty. You can be flirty after you get married, bro. Now, let me ask you something. And this goes back to what I was saying to the sister that asked the question on my website. Why are Muslims like taking so long to get married? Get married and be flirty afterwards. If there's that basic attraction, we all both like each other, you know, really not a whole lot should change from that point from A to B. This is the importance of Aqidah and Manhaj anyway. Because if you have a matching Aqidah and you have a matching Manhaj, after that, you know, all that extra stuff, bro, yeah, you know, you should really, the person you like in the first 4 or 5 days should be the same person you like in the next 15 to 20 days. Because really, you shouldn't be faking your personality. And, you know, this isn't that whole sisters or women telling you just be yourself, and just being yourself doesn't work. No, be the real deal. You know, be the attractive guy. And then boom, when you get married, there's no problem. There's no, fake it till you make it BS type of stuff going on, whatever else, be yourself, but be the best version of yourself. There's no need for all that flirtiness and all that type of stuff until you get married, Come after you get married. Tell me I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Get married and be flirty as you want. Say whatever you want. My wife will tell you, I'd say the wildest crazy stuff. Say mad stuff you can never say on air. So, yeah. Get married. You don't have to wait. Say whatever you want. I guarantee you she'll like it. Put money on it. If I was a betting man, if it was permissible. I have a few trunks. Same-sex attraction is not really fit your... Okay, yeah. That's a conversation you guys have in the chat there. Steak is the bomb, homie. It is the biggity bomb. What is one simple behavior that you see? What is one simple behavior that you see is prevalent amongst Muslim men? The apotheosis of women. That's why I talk about it so much. Muslim men act like Muslim women are angels. Like they ain't got sexual desires and their poo don't stink or something. Like if they ain't human or something. There's some special creation that's above the rest of us, strumming their harps with their halos and wings, looking down at us until one of us manages to jump up and grab their legs and then spread them and bang them. I mean, guys are just freaking insane. They make me sick with that. They really make me sick with that. And then sisters out here, they like the sister in this thing, she want to get down, and dudes out here talking about he needs longer than 9 months to get to know her. She's just like, will somebody hit this, please? Will somebody marry me and rip this hijab off of me? Let me tell you something. It ain't just that sister. I can tell you personally, it's not just that sister. So that makes me sick. Because then it's like, yeah, sisters are out here just like thirsty. They're like, give me that mug, Abuamerican. I need that bug. And dudes are out here like, oh, sister, we just got married. Let's sit down and...
Yeah, that's right, too. Most sister down for the non-Muslim guy.
Yeah. And, and then sisters, they get married on the wedding night. The brother talking about, let's sit down and read Sahih Bukhari.
Look at that. Somebody did that?
You'd be surprised if some of these brothers say, oh, my first night, they got these first nights all planned out. Yeah, the first night we're going to sit down together. We're going to do this, and we're going to read Quran together, and that. I mean, reading Quran together is not bad. So it's your wedding night, homie. You didn't read Quran before you got married? This is the night that you got 7 days with the sister. Bro.
Oh, that's the email.
Break that stuff off. What are you talking about? Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to stay up all night in prayer. Yeah, okay. Smash half the night. Make Russell get up and pray the other half of the night. Then smash again. Then make Russell and get up for Fajr. But dude, what are y'all talking about? Are these niggas serious? done.
Oh wow.
And they really think sister's gonna be all like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with him. He's so amazing.
Religious. It's so.
This brother, he told me, this dude, he went out and got married, and he took his wife on a world tour. He literally took on a world tour. She came back a virgin from the world tour. They got divorced. He didn't smash. They came back. Mom found out. Mom lost her proverbial dookie. She was like, he ain't hit. Oh, you done. You done. And she pushed that girl so hard that they got a divorce. And you know what they did? They married her somebody who couldn't afford to take her on a world tour, and that dude smashed the same night.
That's all they want.
The apotheosis of sisters is the number one simp behavior I see brothers doing. It is insane. Let me tell you something. I get married to anybody.
Don't need to say the words.
Abuamerican ain't missing a strike. I know what I came here for. Were you confused? Oh, okay. Well, that's your problem. We had different goals. Abuamerican ain't playing around. But I never had that problem because sisters are usually like, oh, hi, I'm shy. So I know what's up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's why when brothers come at me with that stuff, these trolls and whatnot, I just be looking like, all right, dude. All right. Whew. Yeah. SNA says, she admitted to me last minute. Now I'm getting calls from her begging me to stay in touch so we can get married, but I can't. Yeah, bro. She sounds like she's a hot mess, bro. You might want to miss that one, What do you think about dudes who say they don't want who are I? What, they don't want to go to Jannah? Bro, I wouldn't even have anything to say to dudes like that. If someone say something like that, I just look at them like, I wouldn't even respond. I just be like, man, whatever, dude. All right, dude. Who would say something like that? Moron. My father said to me that arguments will arise in your marriage and will be unstable if the action in the bedroom isn't good. And if the bedroom action is good, she'll be more obedient. Any truth to that? Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Put her back in her place.
Yeah. Usually, yeah. Your dad's right. Yeah. There's there's this song and this guy said something like, she's always complaining in my ear, but she ain't got no complaints when I got her knees up by her ears. It was in a song. So I'm just saying, it's well known, okay? It's known that, you smash games right and problems seem to magically disappear. Like,
a few days.
Should I get a second phone to chat discreetly with a potential wife until the nikah is ready to be announced, or just be bold and risk scandal? Yeah, I mean, just be bold about it. I mean, don't like, unless your wife is down with the idea of you getting another wife, don't put it in her face, because you don't want to embarrass her or make her, feel bad, I guess is the way, unless it's well known that you, and it's very open that you're looking for polygyny and she's down with that program. I mean, I talk to women in front of my wife that I'm looking at as potentials, but, Not even like I'd say 80% as much as she thinks I do. She thinks I'm always talking like women. She always thinks I'm talking women. I got a men's community. I got this. I got that. I'm in like some non-Muslims men communities, so I'm always just keeping up on stuff. I'm always researching something. But you don't want to let that stuff cut into the time of your wife because she hasn't earned it. It's not her place. She hasn't earned it. And for me, a woman has to earn a place when it comes down to my time and attention. So, I'm more open about it because I don't hide it. I want women to know, that, look, this is what I'm doing. This is how I am. And if you can't accept that, then, I want you to be happy. And if that means you're not together with me, then fine. Listen, you're not together with me. But Abuamerican's going to do Abuamerican. So I'm quite open about it, I don't know what that is. I can't open it from here. Hold on. Let me go onto the YouTube channel and see if I can I view it from here. Yeah, I can't view that, homie, unfortunately. And I have no way to copy it from here. It won't let me copy it. And I can't, whatchamacallit? I can't open it from here. And if you post it on YouTube, it's not showing up in the comments because it doesn't allow you to post links in the YouTube chat. It automatically redacts them. So I'd take a look at it, but I don't know what it is, bro. Sorry. Should I be cautious of a guy who only wants to be with my wife? No, you shouldn't be cautious of him, but you should know that he's probably like just telling you what he thinks you want to hear. I think it's very normal I find it odd when a man says he only wants one wife. This is an exception. What we find more times than not, and I'm pretty sure most guys in the chat here will agree with me, is that the guy's telling you what he thinks you want to hear in order to, be more pleased and relaxed with him so that you're more like attracted to him in terms of marriage or whatever else because, this is the guy who doesn't want multiple wives. But, I don't find that to be realistic because, I had this conversation in Qatar. We used to work in, whatchamacallit, when we were working for the military and we were teaching, we had this big debate. It was a room full of guys, like nine male teachers, and we were debating back and forth about polygyny. I walked in on, and at the time I had 3 wives. And everybody said, no. Everybody was saying no except for me and my jiu-jitsu coach. No, and one more guy. And one more guy. We're talking about, normal, this, that, the other. How you guys want it. And there was a huge debate. People were getting mad and carried off, whatever else. And then later on, month after month, every last one of those guys that was, except for one, he was a Lebanese dude. And even then, I think he was full of crap. All of those guys came to me one by one saying that they wanted another wife. But this guy was in the room and his wife knows my wife. And if I said it, he'd tell his wife and my wife would give me a hard time. So these guys were just like putting on a big show because of their wives. One guy, he came to me later on. He literally asked me to help him find a wife when I married an Ethiopian girl. She's beautiful, drop dead beautiful girl. And he actually saw me with her, because she was a Christian virgin, when I married her. And he saw me with her when I was out with her. And he was like, bro, does she have any friends? Is that the other? I mean, the girl was amazing. She was Oromo. And she actually had some friends that were Amharic. And he was like, were all those right? I said, no, so those were friends. And he started asking me about wives and keeping them secret. Would they marry secretly? He said that. I was like, weren't you in the room arguing that you didn't want another wife? And he was like, yeah, well, the brothers and this, that, the other, yada, yada. So I wouldn't say be cautious of him, but I definitely doubt the veracity of his claim. Let's say that. Is there any hadith about making wudu if you're planning to be continuously intimate with your spouse? I haven't seen anything about it, to be honest. I mean, once you're intimate, you have to make ghusl. So making wudu without ghusl, I mean, if you're going to be continuously intimate, I think there was something about, what was it? It's not wudu though. It was about the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him. Like before he would travel, he would be with all his wives in one day, and he wouldn't make ghusl in between. I know that, but I don't think there was mention of wudu. If there's something about it, I haven't seen it. Yeah, send it to me, inshallah. I'd be interested in reading it if you've seen anything. What is a manifestation of respect from the woman and the men's side in a relationship? It's a good question. Basically, how is respect displayed between the men and women in a relationship? So anyway, that's a good one. I've never actually thought about this. Respect for men, we just want respect in general. I mean, this is why we fight each other. We fight each other over the lack of respect. I talked about this in a video that I made with Ling Ling and Becky about fight or flight, and the behavior that a woman displays that causes a man to be triggered into his fight or flight responses. And you can actually still watch that video. It's called Fight or Flight, and Becky and Ling are in that one, so that'll answer your question, inshallah. And that way I don't have to waste a bunch of time talking about but I don't think I covered the female side. I think that's more of a question for a woman, how a woman would want to be respected, what you want us to see. But this is also, I think this is also subjective. When a woman is attracted to you, and I say this all the time, and this is I say, my woman has no dignity in regards to me. When your woman really loves you and desires you, she has zero dignity in regards to you. She can have all the dignity in the world to other men, but to you, she has none. So when a woman starts talking to me about, respect me and you don't talk to me like that, don't treat me like this, I know she doesn't like me. She's not attracted to me. She doesn't like me. But a woman you just say some crazy stuff to is like, dang, I like the way your titties are popping out of your hijab. Yeah, I'm just making some stuff up. I'm just saying something crazy. I don't say that to a sister you're not married to. She'll be like, that's impossible. She'll laugh. It don't even have to make sense, and she'll find it funny. You see what I mean? So she won't find it disrespectful. You say that to a sister, like I did say this to a sister I wasn't married to, and I said this to sisters that I haven't been married to. It used to be like a test to see if they like me or not, and the responses are 100% crystal clear. I was talking about praying. I said, yeah, well, after you pray, we'll meet up or whatever else. Because sometimes I meet these sisters. It says, oh, I'm not praying. I was like, oh, my poor little ketchup packet. Because she's on a period, so I call it my little ketchup packet. And how they respond to that tells you how they feel about you. Don't say that, blah 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 blah. She hates you. She don't like you. She's just dealing with you because you're getting free time of attention, or she's looking for somebody to settle with. But if she's laughs, thinks it's funny, she likes you. So this is a way to tell. But you have to ask a woman about what they find respectful, because it's subjective. If she likes you, then the boundaries are different than if she doesn't like you. Yeah, but for men, we're pretty static in what we want in terms of in respect. Serious and heavy topic. What about delay in marriage caused by black magic and everything that comes with such as impotence? You need to get that. You need to get ruqyah done, inshallah. Ruqyah starts with self. You should read ruqyah over yourself. And I do believe it is permissible, although not advised, to seek out ruqyah from others. Those who specialize in that stuff. Inshallah. That is a serious topic, because I know people who have been affected by magic. I know people personally. I've seen the effects on them. So it is a serious topic. Okay, I'm going to take this as the last question, because we've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, but I want to give you guys some extra time since, I missed so many shows this week, and inshallah, but, I got fam share and stuff, so inshallah, I got to get down to my business and whatnot and get back to life. My brother, I guess you mean my brother has 2 wives. He told me, if you take your advice from females, you won't get what you want. I noticed my game got better when I started listening to my brothers. Your brothers are right. You don't ask a fish how to catch fish. They're not invested in you as a fisherman catching fish. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with women. Women tend to talk about ideals, whatnot, that they'll say, "Oh, I like you guys like this, that, the other, and all this guys like this, this," and then they go for some guy that's nothing like the guy they just talked about. You know, you got to look at what women do as opposed to what they say, because they'll say one thing, they'll give all these nice ideals, and this is why so many guys are confused in the world right now, and this is why so many guys are out here, you know, doing goofy stuff and saying goofy stuff to women that never gets them the results that they want because they're listening to women. They're not paying attention to what they're doing. It's like, if you really like those guys, why are you always going after some other guy? You know, and so. Yeah, your brothers are absolutely right. Yeah, so yeah. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the super chat, people. Barakallahu feek. And next week I should not be missing shows. I mean, since this book is finished, and I'm not going to be writing a book next week, but I might be looking at like doing my new video for the second half of the polygynous household. And then the week after that, hopefully I will be working on the children's book, and then I will start working on some other stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking about whether I should, you know, start the vetting guide part or finish this thing I'm doing on masculinity. I sort of work around different projects and just sort of pop around until, you know, one gets done. But we'll see. But anyway, next week I should be back on a regular schedule, you know, since I'm going to take a break from writing and whatnot. So barakallahu feek for turning... Barakallahu feek for tuning in. That was a tongue twister. And inshallah, I should be on for Blockchain Bros tomorrow. Barakallahu feekum. So guys, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Till the next show.